Hello guys, welcome to Newzee. Elon Musk rejected Twitter's offer to join its board. An abrupt turn, even as he suggested ideas in a barrage of tweets, ranging from removing advertisements to dropping the letter W in the social media company's name. The board held many discussions with Musk. Twitter Chief Executive Officer Parag Agrawal said in a note posted to the site on Sunday, while warning of distractions ahead. He did not, however, disclose the reason for the Tesla chief's rejection.
The Shanghai Tesla Gigafactory in the world.
The latest surprised stoked chatter on everything ranging from possibility of a buyout to his moves to avoid further attention from the US Securities and Exchange Commission.
An option in the option selection.
I guess Twitter was expected to embrace Elon Musk as a new member of the board as of April 9th. And clearly over the weekend we learned that wasn't the case. I guess Elon Musk definitely had a change of heart here towards the final hours. And it's really interesting, or trying to figure out what the actual reason for his change of mind really was. Nobody really knows, but I think at the end of the day, he kind of believed that maybe there was a better approach, or he just didn't want to be tied down to a member of the board, limiting himself to maybe potentially a 14.9% stake. I think maybe he figured that there might be other methods where he can maybe drive change across the board, or maybe he just didn't have the time to sit on the board. There could be a number of reasons. I actually think there were probably a number of factors that kind of caused this change of heart, but at the end of the day, Elon Musk is no longer going to be a member of the board.
Musk was expected to join the board on April 9, following his disclosure of a 9.1% ownership of Twitter shares, but the role would have capped his stake at 14.9%. Sources said that Musk had asked Twitter for a board seat even before the company's invitation. With the rejection, Musk, who is now the company's biggest shareholder, is free to raise his stake above that limit. Musk, whose net worth is pegged at $274 billion by Forbes, responded only with a face with hand over mouth emoticon on Twitter. Musk seems to have deleted the tweet and a number of others over the weekend, including his musings on removing ads and an authentication checkmark for Twitter subscribers who pay $3 a month. Musk, who calls himself a free speech absolutist and has been critical of Twitter, disclosed the stake on April 4 and said he planned to bring about significant improvements at the social media platform. The news has sparked widespread speculation on his intentions, ranging from a full takeover of the platform to taking an active role in corporate decisions. Musk's latest decision opens the possibility for him to take a larger position and potentially make an all-out bid, CFRA Research analyst Angelo Zino wrote in a client note.
Look, I mean, we really believe Elon Musk and the Twitter board really can come to an agreement on him staying silent. And as everyone knows, Musk staying silent is something that was almost impossible. I think they agreed to disagree. And now, in our opinion, this really goes from a friendly situation to a much more hostile between Musk and the Twitter board.
I think it has a number of implications for the company. I think first and foremost, it means that, again, Elon Musk is now no longer tied to having a 14.9% maximum stake. I think all said and done here, I do believe a big reason why he was kind of given a seat to the board of directors was because the management team kind of felt like they can handcuff him in many respects. And now, again, that's no longer the case, and he's going to be as vocal as he wants to be. A lot of people think he could be disruptive to some extent. We probably think some of that is true. But at the end of the day here, it remains to be seen what Elon Musk is going to do.
News of Musk taking a board seat had some Twitter employees panicking over the future of the social media company's ability to moderate content, company sources said. Before taking a stake, Musk ran a Twitter poll asking users if they believed Twitter sticks to the principle of free speech. A day after becoming the largest shareholder, he launched another poll asking users if they wanted an edit button, a long-awaited feature on which Twitter has been working.
Look, I think Twitter board looked at everything from Musk tweets and basically said it was unacceptable, that he needed to ultimately, his view of Twitter strategically need to stay within the board. And I think once they recognized that wasn't going to happen, I mean, this really became a situation that was untenable. And I think that's something that the Twitter board recognized. And I think his tweets over the weekend really showed that this was starting to go off the rails. And I think it ultimately led to the announcement last night that Twitter and board as well as Musk can come to an agreement.
We personally think he's more likely to increase his stake here over time, potentially act as more of an activist role, looking to potentially influence change, whether it be changing members of the management team over time, or looking to change members of the board. But over time, clearly he didn't want to keep that stake under 15% and be a member of that board, and there has to be a reason in that. And personally, we don't think Elon Musk is as a guy that's necessarily just going to walk away from Twitter at this point in time.
The Tesla boss also asked users in a poll if Twitter's headquarters should be converted into a homeless shelter, a plan backed by Amazon's founder Jeff Bezos.
We ultimately believe this turns from a Cinderella story, which would have been if Musk was in the board, to more of a Game of Thrones. I think Musk potentially could go hostile here, continue to increase his stake, maybe partner with the likes of private equity or others. And this could lead to, what could be the ultimate acquisition of Twitter or some forced strategic changes, including the board. I think it just came down to Musk was not going to play nice in the sandbox with the Twitter board, and that's ultimately what we got last night. I think for the Twitter board and for the company, I think this is not a good situation. Ultimately, they had a lion that was caged in Musk, potentially on the board, limit ownership. Now it's sort of that lion's in the wild. And in terms of for the board and for Twitter, I think it's just the start of what's going to be a hostile situation. I would just say I think the next focus is Musk's filings. Does he increase his Twitter stake? I think that's what the street's going to be focused on. Does he increase or decrease? We believe this is just the start of a soap opera playing out, and it's a get out the popcorn time.
On Saturday, Musk suggested changes to the Twitter Blue Premium subscription service, including slashing its price, banning ads, and providing a payment option in cryptocurrency Dogecoin. Hope you like this report. Please share your opinion in the comment section below. Press the like button and share it. Thank you.